Hi, today we're making homemade focaccia.
Simple, airy, flat bread.
We need some yeast,
Some salt,
honey,
water,
olive oil,
flour,
a small onion,
tomato,
a few rosemary sprigs.
and Parmesan,
We're going to put the yeast into the mixing bowl
and add water.
and a little bit of honey.
Add some flour.
Focaccia is a very light and fluffy bread with a nice, crisp, crunchy exterior.
Add olive oil.
Then you're going to add in a little bit of salt,
Put on the hook attachment and start the mixing.
It will become dough-like after a few minutes of mixing.
It is very soft and sticky dough.
We're going to take it out of the mixing bowl and then put it into a well olive oil greased bowl and roll it around, twirl it, flip it upside down to get everything well moisturized, and then put a cap on it so that when you proof it, it will not dry out.
While we are proofing the dough, we are going to make the toppings.
We're going to slice up our small onion. We're going to slice it pretty thin.
And moving on to the other half. Keep slicing thinly. We do not want the big chunk of onions. We want the caramelized thin onions on our focaccia.
And then we're going to switch over to a serrated knife and cut up our tomato.
And again, I also slice it thin. Moving on to caramelizing onion. Now heat the skillet and put some olive oil and place the thinly sliced onions.
It will not take long to saute them.
Just keep stirring. We don't want it to be burned. Just want to be nice caramelization.
We're going to separate them into their each individual strand, and they'll be nice and soft and translucent and brown.
It will caramelize pretty quickly, so keep stirring, sauteing.
Fun fact, onions are some of the oldest vegetables that are used by the first modern civilizations. They were grown in ancient Egypt, where their spherical internal structure was believed to be a symbol of eternal life. Now our onions are caramelized, nice and yellowish and golden brown. And now we're going to check on our dough, and we see that it has doubled in size, and we're going to take the air out.
Coat the pan with olive oil generously.
From side to side to make sure that there are no empty places and that the dough will not get stuck.
Alright, place the dough. It is very soft and airy. Gently spread the dough all the way to the edge.
Fun fact, many historians believe that focaccia was born with either the excursions of north-central Italy in the days before the Roman Empire or long before that in ancient Greece at the beginning of the first millennium.
Make some dimples. The traditional dimples you see on focaccia are for a reason. They reduce the air in the dough and prevent the bread from rising too quickly. After proper kneading and proofing, there would be plenty of large bubbles in the dough. With brush, gently coat the dough with olive oil.
It makes it taste even better.
Use plenty of them.
We're going to spread it all over, make it as even as possible, and it will fill up in the little dimples.
Now we are ready to add toppings.
We're going to add in our caramelized onion. We're going to put it on as even as possible because you do not want too much onion in one bite.
We only used onions, tomatoes, and Parmesan cheese today.
And some rosemary.
But sometimes we add more topping or less toppings.
Yes. Then we're going to put on our Parmesan. In the oven, it will get nice and toasty brown color.
We use quite a few.
And then we're going to lay on our tomatoes.
You can use roasted tomatoes instead of a fresh one. You can customize the way you like.
Then we're going to add in our rosemary. We're going to take it off the sprig and just sprinkle it on top.
We have plenty of rosemaries growing in our backyard, so we makes all kind of excuse to use them. Put it in the oven
Until it is golden brown and the cheese is nice and toasty color.
The aroma of rosemary will fill your whole house. We served with some roasted cauliflower, some sausages, and grapes. Don't forget to subscribe, like, or
Follow our Instagram at 2.monsters.
with 0.
Coming after you.